All right, what's going on? Yeah, I just got out of a live stream. Well, actually, I saw two live streams. I was at Roger Reports today. There was a little dust up about the argument. Shouts out to Roger Report for doing that live stream. I think he shut it down. The reason they was talking about women, right? Um, it all started. I think I saw like the whole stream all the way through, and then I stepped away from the stream and had to give me something to eat. And then I come to find out, I saw an argument between I believe it was Jay Speed and all the people that was there in the panel. I think BGS was there. How it started, it was probably a good conversation, but I didn't know what they was disagreeing on. But he said this on DJ Kuda's panel. Like between him, he said this before, and I've been on plenty of panels with him. He said both of them have different viewpoints, but they have the same people that back him all the time. So what I'm saying is, his perspective was interesting because him meeting Roger on a panel like that was very shocking. Very shocking. But I'm not surprised where he comes from. They both from LA, whatever. So I'm not, there's no BGS or anything. I'm just saying my observation. You have two elders have different points of view. Two different cultural, I would say, background differences. And one went to all white school and one went somewhere, normal, like black stuff, but they have different perspectives how they see I'll say societies and relationships. The problem with him having wrong with the sphere is people complain about women a lot. I don't think it's the red pill spaces. No, it's the concept of complaining not getting what you want. So this goes back to the game versus non-game conversation. But here's the kicker. BGS do support. He has no problem with game dudes. That's not the issue. I think the issue is they have different points of view, how they look at the situation. And I think he called him a self-hating guru. And then BGS responded, of course, his normal response. And it's just, I don't think they're gonna mesh in that middle. I think they should have a one-on-one debate and a conversation or topic about that. What's good for the certain spaces. But I think people look at it wrong. But what I'm saying is like I'm saying it for what it is. When I saw that stream from Roger, see, the problem is when you try to challenge BGS, he's gonna have a lot of people gonna support him and nut riding that crazy, and that's the problem. You can't have a one-on-one debate with him, and I kind of disagree with Kuda when he said last night's stream. The reason you can't have a one-on-one debate with BGS before he got big, he didn't have a lot of nut riders. Now you do. The reason being you don't have that is because BGS is a popular uh, dude in the space. He's an elder, a popular elder at that, because he's got PhDs on his side. Most of his followers is MGTOW, PhDs dudes that come in over the years, people that designed to, he's got professionals on his side. When you start hanging with them, his subscriptions went up. And that's the whole point of BGS. I mean, his background in this space makes more sense. But Jay Speed's been in entertainment. He's got background. He's got structure and family. I don't think, to me, I don't care about the relationship aspect. It's just what JC's trying to say. He supports the black family. Now, BGS don't care about the black family. And that's the problem. If they want to have an argument about that, now BGS said he was in one of those pro-black sectors. He's cool with it's a woman, which is interesting. They're gonna have to debate that. To me, they should debate that because this ain't about women. This is about two ideologies that don't mesh well. He always gonna have a problem with it. Every time this conversation comes up, they don't want that conversation, and that's a fact. And a lot of those dudes is falling. And I mean, I agree with what happened over at BGS's panel. Him and Jay Speed was at it over at Roger Reports. It all started from there. And Rael's emotional ass got tight and tried to nut ride. See, I can't stand Rael. He's a fez wearing nigga to me. This is what he does. but don't have his own mind. You know what I'm saying? BGS has his own mind. The sad part is the followers. Yeah, J Speed's cool. That's my boy too. I don't have a problem with J Speed. It's just they didn't mesh well when it comes to black family. And then, BGS say he has a pro-black background, which is he always mentioned. He does a little bit. He just don't broadcast it enough because he's MGTOW. And I think this is MGTOW versus pro-black. This ain't about red pill and all that. No, this is MGTOW versus pro-black all over again. This reminds me of 2012 all over again. Switch the number of this year, it's 2012 all over again. This reminds me 9 years ago. I've seen these debates before. That should be a debate. They both had solid points. It's just BGS won't let him get his points because you have to understand, you're on BGS channel, anything goes. You're not going to get nothing off. But it was smart for him to do it a one-on-one with him because he didn't want to do it with a bunch of niggas that don't understand because it's two elders going at it. So he was smart until I think he kept dropping them down a couple of times. If you see that stream, I hope he leaves it up, you'll see it. And it says J Speed, BGS Igmore. Check that channel out. I know they live right now. What's going on, Degenerate? Salute. And I'm just saying, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, it all started with this Thought guy from Chicago. That's how it all started. And he's a typical regular over at Rogers because I think Thought should just stay out of that situation. And OJ Speed had a point and kind of changed the conversation to the pro-black stuff. A lot of people don't like that in the space, and I get it because the former Manosphere 1.0 was about being pro-black. My issue was with it, it should have been a real conversation. Leave the MGTOW and that other shit alone. That's not red pill to me. Red pill means enlightenment to me because this is my perspective of red pill. I don't care about these male fringe groups. They came later. They kind of fucked it up and made it more blue pill to me. That's just my perspective. That's y'all's viewpoint, but MGTOW was never red pill to me. I'm sorry to say that, and I hate to say that back 9 years ago, they wasn't even relevant. I mean, I respect some of the philosophy that Barbarossa done, but what hurt him was those white boys, man. I'm still standing on that to this day. I'm still standing on it, and I don't care what nobody say. I agree with J Speed on that. The reason I have an issue with them, I follow certain people like Black Pride. He always called them the G word, call them gay, and then he used the other F word with the G in it all on the panel. B just had to drop him down. He said, you gotta respect YouTube policy. I know what BGS was trying to do. He has a big number of subscribers. And he was trying, it was a good conversation until they both got heated. But it was different points of view. It wasn't no who got him this, who got him that. Yeah, just if he leaves the stream up, just type in J Speed BGS Igmore. You'll see what I'm talking about. In the beginning, it's the Thought idiot that they got. He shouldn't have did a one-on-one with Thought. BGS should just bounced him like he did Bro Truth. But somebody his age quadrant, he struggles a little bit. See, this is where niggas support. You take his nigga support away, you can beat BGS. I'm just saying, but BGS is an elder. See, I'm not going to debate an elder, and we have different points of view. You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, they talk about the gender war stuff. I know you're not a fan, but I'm just saying, just watch it if he leaves it up. And it's talking about J Speed. And J Speed had a great point. And he struck a nerve. But what it does, it gives you the opportunity which side you want to align with. It's nothing against BGS is all right with me. I'm cool. Yeah, they're not red pill. They purple pill. That's what I mean by the purple pill paradise. They're blue pill. That's why I don't fuck with them. And that's why you don't see them over at the 3-syllable guy. They was cool at once upon a time. And that's why I don't take him serious. You know what I'm saying? But at least Roger, he knows his lane. He don't do the pill thing. I don't believe he does that. He'll talk about it, but I don't think he supports that. That's just my observation. But what I'm saying is that was a decent like a debate. It's just I know BGS. BGS ain't gonna allow you to dictate his channel. And that's fine. I think it should be in a neutral setting. I suggest they go to Teapot and debate about it. That should be a good debate between the black families. They both got backgrounds of the same people they fuck with on outside of this YouTube stuff. They have the people that they fuck with back them. They got the same backers, he said. And he said this on Kuda's panel a lot. I be on Kuda's panel a lot to talk to OG, okay? I've been on panels with it. He's a regular over at Player Talk Radio. You know what I'm saying? Like his own generation, they fight. I try to tell you, boomers do fight. Because my dad's an older boomer. He's born in early 50s too. So my dad is what, 1953, and JSP just turned 69 or whatever. He's almost 70. So JC's born 1952, I believe, right? He's up there. So he's old enough to be my pops. So when you got two guys going at it, it's a big difference. I mean, it's a big difference. They both have different views. Even though I think he's a Nation of Islam guy, and the other one is not. That's the problem. And we're talking about pro-blackness. I think they should debate about that. What is really pro-black? Now, BGS is an Igmore pro-black, or whatever you want to call it, in a manosphere way. And Jay Speed is a classic pro-black. That's the problem. Even though he's MGTOW, but he also supports the Igmore thing. I think that's the issue. I think that's the issue. And it's not just red pill spaces. I mean, that's a cop-out when people say that. I agree with BGS was saying, yeah, it's red pill, but it's deeper than that. To me, it's just deeper than that. But I'm just saying for Jay Speed's sake, he's using old Nation of Islam. You may disagree with him, Art, but I'm just saying you're Igmore. I don't see you as Nation of Islam. But a lot of these dudes try. That's what I would say to him. But I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, I don't get why the guys that's Igmore going against Nation of Islam guys. They sound very similar. But the issue was, I think him and Jay Speed should debate about it, just for the hell of it. And I'll be entertained by it. Because what I'm seeing is you just got two individuals that just don't agree on the same thing and debate it out and have some links or something, books, what they reference. They both are smart men. They just have different perspectives. And agenda shit don't mean nothing. That's just BGS's angle to throw you off. Yeah, I know, Rashawn, but your boy, Jay Speed, he supports that shit. I mean, he's got a background in that. So I'm not going against that, but I don't fuck with them either. Because of Farrakhan, I fuck with Malcolm's FOI, yeah, Fruit of Islam, but I don't fuck with NOI. Because I view them as the feds wearing dudes now. They all came from MSTA. I got a pre-record about that. It's got 23,000. That website probably don't exist now because it told so much truth. But I'm gonna tell you this: BGS and JSP will be a great debate about the community. That should be a good discussion. What's their solutions? What's their I already know BGS's solution. He said it already in his stream. Shouts out to him for that. And I'm glad he did that to save Roger's channel because it turned into an argument. Niggas were emotional. They wasn't ready for that conversation. But those two elders right there, I support that. Shouts out to both of them, man. I mean, he's got a good stream. I know they're going to say their points, but I'm making this stream as a response. What I saw, that should be at the debate. A lot of people in the chat were emotional as hell, but didn't understand what they was talking about. This ain't about manosphere stuff. No, this is, if he wants to talk about pro-black stuff, see, BGS kept it on topic for once. But the people in the chat are delusional. I know they don't want to hear it because they ain't pro-black. They never was. I saw a lot of C's in the chat. I don't name no names, but I saw a lot of C words in the chat. They proved my point. That's why I'm starting to understand, why does game dudes got to be pro-black? Why they got to be pro-black? That's what it seems like to me. And the ones that don't have game, they ain't pro-black. That's weird, ain't it? Like, I'm just pose this question. Why does people, I don't like the game versus non-game argument. Why do the people that don't have game, let's go on, Tom Malone, are not pro-black, but want to mix and integrate with this sorry country that's dying in the near future, like the Roman Empire. And then the game dudes, so-called games, there's no such thing as game and non-game. That's just an illusion to distract the brothers off. But shouts out DS1 with a great stream that he did and about this rugged shit. But what is it making us pro-black? We used to live by what we said, even online. I did it on the street. I had some pro-black stances. I got away from that shit, but I understand the concept. But that ignore shit, most people don't view him as pro-black. Now, BGS said he is, according to his ideology and the stand. That should be debated. Is Igmore pro-black? Is it more pro-black than NOI and any other pro-black Dukes than B1? That should be debated. That should be debated. Because I believe they rule 2.0. Let's just keep it real. Along with Anger Man, he's got Mask of Mercenaries. Okay, so BGS has the Igmores. Anger Man's got Mask of Mercenaries. I don't know about A-Gang, that's separate. But they fucks with Double M. And you also got Oblivions, I would call them. And the Slayers equals O'Shea. His little goons, right? That's 2.0. Now 3.0 is decimated. They're done. I don't see them helping black people. There's only a handful. Except for Kuda. Kuda's been consistent since 1.0 and all the way now. So, he's a legend in these parts. So, you know what I'm saying? He tried the stream team shit. You saw how that went, and Champ fucked that up. But back to the topic with BGS and J Speed. That should be in the debate about Igmore. It should have been. Should have been. And J Speed called him a guru. He called him yeah, he is cool peoples. I fucks with him. But I'm just saying, like, that should have be the debate about the ideology right there. It should have been. Yeah, it should. What's going on, Toya? But it should have been like J Speeds is coming from. He's coming from the days of. He was born during when Malcolm was really had that rise in the 50s. He came in a time when my father came around when racism was super high and it was really intense. The problem with J Speed is a lot of my generation of people wouldn't fuck with his generation. He's got some like myself, but the rest of them, it's a lot of self-hate, man. And it's like it's for a missed opportunity and it's unfortunate. Of course, you got a lot of people that screaming and getting emotional, chanting, yes, BGS, yeah, slay him, and all this other shit. It should have been structured. But I get it. I get it. This is what he does on his channel. And I respect the man's channel. Look, when you have so many followers, you have so many people viewing you, you got doctors, you got scholars, you got rugged individualists, you got semi scholars, Rose, you can name it because we just got everybody, man. It's a shame. Like he can get 700 in that motherfucker. It's just you can't. Like I disagree with Kuda. He is not accessible as you think. He was a long time ago. But when he joined MGTOW or wherever he supports, I know he's MGTOW and he's Igmore. That's a new thing of a pro-black sector. Why he came over to spaces. He's the type of guy that wants that challenge, but J Speed hit a nerve trying to tell him you just a self-hating guru, and then B just got a little irritated and came at him hard. So that should have been a debate. That right there, that response right there. But J Speed requested the fade, but then was like, nah, I'll get a fro. Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, he requested it. He requested that fade. But J Speed ain't no coward though. I would love to see that debate, but he knows how BGS get down. They got the same people that they fuck with on the background scene, and it's kind of like, yeah. Well, I mean, Charles, that's part of the game, man. It ain't nothing personal. I like to see a debate like that. You got two elders that they really learning, and they try to leave a flock of men, right? You want leadership? A lot of people don't like seeing it. Most people don't. But I think I guess J Speed requested it because you got two different points. I know they ain't going to agree on everything, but at least debate it out and let the audience hear and say, hey, Do I support Igmore? What their concepts are? Do I support J Speed's ideologies of the same old shit that we're dealing with? But he said we're making improvements. But I get it. I get the concept. I get the concept. I mean, this is probably, I'm talking about the new followers that want to follow both of them. But if I was y'all, I would just check them both out. It's no hate. What I observed is that should have been a debate. What is good for black boys? You know, ever since that magazine, it's testing people's what we say on the street when we used to preach in the Bible. We said swords, right? Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And I don't see what y'all say. Yeah, it was an opportunity to showcase leadership, present ideals, capture a teachable moment. Facts. It should have been. I know. I like to see more respectful dialogue between older men. Yeah, they should. It should have been respect. The problem is once you got panelists egging him on, and Jay Speed did it the right thing. He want that one-on-one. But the problem is if they knew each other, it's kind of hard to. It has to be structured with a neutral person in the room like Teapot. That's why he's important. I would love to see that on Teapot versus on BGS's panel and stuff like that, because BGS got full control. He does what he wants. So it's kind of like he dictates what goes on. And I respect that. You know, do what you got to do. It's hard to do that. You can't go over there with him like that. Oh, you going for OG? Yeah. Yeah, I can be civil and disagree, but but yeah, a rivalry's a rivalry. Yeah, that's what it is, Rashawn, because you want to see who has better points, who brings up the most links and books. I'm talking about books now. I'm talking about what you've done, your track record. You know what I'm saying? And you can call out names, and be just probably know the names too. I'm just saying, because you'll learn a lot about those elders. They ain't no hate. I just want to see, can you really listen to those elders? They're the only two elders you should be listening to. I mean, you got others out here like CG3, a few others, but I'm just saying, you got options. It ain't just him. B just gave you the scholars. He gave you the PhDs. J Speeds don't give you that. He gives you a balance of everybody. So it ain't just PhDs. He's giving you the other side of the coin. His problem is the ignorant stuff. I don't think it's red pill. Somebody said it's red pill. I think B just said red pill. No, he has a problem with your ideology, and that should have been challenged. But BGS won't let him because I get it. Where he's coming from, he wants to defend it. But as an elder, I know he's got a young audience that like him. So when what OG Speed said, he saw that. So it should have been challenged. And I get it. My dad's the same way. He's a boomer himself. He don't debate as much, but as an Aries man, he's gonna go forward. But BGS is different. He's just gonna come at you with angles. So that should be interesting. I mean, I don't think it was gonna happen on his panel because you know how people are gonna get hectic in the crowd and you on the panel. I'm glad I didn't join up there because I understand where JCP's coming from. I wasn't able to settle them to. You know what I mean? I let them go at it. No, let them go at it. I want to hear this. I want to hear this. Yeah, they have history, CG3. They have history. They know each other. They have the same people that mess with them in the background. Yeah, I don't really care. It was really red pill in my book. Yeah, most people look at them as that. Yeah, I would say some of them are. I ain't gonna say the majority, but it's some that I know this are. And I can tell by their works. But you got a lot of them be faking that ain't Igmore. Know what I'm saying? But it's just, to me, here's what they should have done. B just represents Igmore. Since he's I wouldn't say leader, but he should because he's an elder. He should defend that ideology. OG Speed should defend all the pro-black ideologies. That includes MSTA, RBG, NOI, and all this other stuff. Or B1. He should defend that. That's what it should be. Because I know what's going on MTG TV. Yeah, it's just something else, man. You just want that ideologies defended, man. Because I think those two should debate about it. That's just my suggestion, because what I saw on BGS's panel, you should look at it like that. I mean, they both have different views, and they should stick with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, I just feel that people should think about it. But what I'm saying is, like, what I saw today, man. That's good. They have some good points too, but but if I ever saw the replay of that, it'd be nice. But I know they on like right now talking, but everybody's going to disagree with Oh Boy and OG Speed. But it's just like, I'm not mad about it. It's a good thing that happened. I'm glad Roger did his thing, got his points. He didn't make a long stream. I thought it was gonna be on his panel, but BGS did the mature thing. Said no, 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 no. He said he ain't gonna rule his platform and derail the conversation. He kept it simple, because you don't want that on your platform. So I get what they were saying. It's just two men just got different viewpoints. And the problem is, I just look at it like this. If you want a conversation, which he wanted, but I knew it was going to go left because they both have different views. So this is going to be discussed probably tomorrow. Probably over at Art of New Style. I don't know. And I might have to discuss some of it tomorrow, but since I have a Friday chill, but I'm discussing with y'all now with this stream, and just leave y'all with this. Yes, you can have a civil debate all the time, but sometimes you just gotta let the elders go at it. And to me, it should have been a classic, but the people on the panel would mess up the conversation. And I get where OG was trying to come from, because they would not let him speak. They try to sound like BGS and they don't have their own talking points. And that's my criticism of his panelists. And they should have their own channels and have their own critiques. That's just my viewpoint. And, that's my only disagreement with him. But outside of that, I mean, there's some good people on the panels, but think for yourself. That's why I try to tell you, embrace being an independent thinker. That's why I made those two streams exactly what I meant. The problem with this, OG has that classic pro-black, and I know he bounced around and travels, but it's just different viewpoints. Just don't see eye to eye, and I believe the OG may feel that, and we just don't always listen from what I could tell from listen. Yeah, that's him. We just can't help that. That's who he is. That's his character, and I get it. Yeah, it should have been. That's what I wanted. But the problem is, knowing BJS's reputation on YouTube, it's no hate to him. It's just your panelist makes you look bad, because then they can say, oh, he can't do it by himself. No, he can. He can drop him down too. It's just, I don't think he wants that conversation. That could have been a debate instead of a conversation. That could have been debated. Just put your facts, put your books up. I think BGS is, in his mind, he wants efficiency. He wants efficiency and accuracy. That's all he's about. And he said this in his streams, not his streams and his pre-records. That's what he's known for. And it's cool. Yeah, that too, Toy. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, you got two elders that don't see eye to eye. That should be debated, man. Just have a neutral party. Just have a neutral party. Teapot is a great spot for that. I mean, I would love to see that. I will look at that fucking stream and say, hey, you see, the elders is teaching me something. Okay. And B just brings his facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deals with links, information, and straight answers when he's dealing with facts. That's his thing. And a lot of people don't like that, because you know what he does? He airs you out. He pokes that hole. That's that Gemini in him, man. And a Cancer going at it, which is interesting. That's an interesting of the bunch. But I appreciate it, though. I mean, for both of them, said, look, let's take it on your panel. And Roger, I wish Roger was up there to mediate it. But Roger wasn't going to do that, because I understand where he's coming from. He said, hey, I'm going to do me. Yeah, it's personal anecdotes versus statistics. Yeah, it should have been, but it should be about statistics and anecdotes. But I think I'll say it like this: they could have handled it well if it was 1-on-1 in the beginning. The problem was that Thought dude kind of messed it up from Chicago. You know, no hate on Chicago. I got Ken folks up there. Shouts out to the Shy. Y'all need to stop killing each other with that nonsense. But we'll move it on to the topic. Um, they should stop derailing shit, man. If two elders are speaking, just speak. But I know Roger handled his panels different because he's not everybody's favorite. But I appreciate what he does to help certain brothers, and that's it. But I'm just saying like this. But BGS, man, if you listen or whatever, please debate that, man. If you don't want to, that's cool. But I'm just saying, you two had a decent discussion. I know it gets heated over there, but that should be debated, man. Just like, hey, put your Igmore ideology up. OG J Speed should put his all pro black ideologies. I don't care if it's MSTA, RBG pro black to Garveyites. Who else? I'm missing NOI and any of it. Black Panther, you name it. I want to talk about those things align with and your new ideology. Can it help us as a collective? I'm just saying that would be a great debate. Put your facts and statistics. If you want gender politic nonsense in there, put that in there. Let's put it all in there. Put your gender studies, put your whole track record out there, put it all there. And that should be a good debate. I mean, that right there will be structured. No interference. People in the chat, just chill. Quit getting highly emotional. I know people are going to be biased for BGS and OJ, J Speed, but to me, I'm going to be neutral. I'm just going to listen. I was trying to listen to that stream, but people got triggered in the chat and the panel. That's why you can't do it on BGS panel, because BGS is popular because he says a lot of incredible stuff. He gets under people's skins. He tests your head, and that's the whole point. Who he is, yeah, yeah. You don't see it. Both of them don't see it the same way. Yeah, that's their air sign. Yeah, they can't help that. That's just who they are, Toy. I mean, I don't get mad. I have a cousin like that. They're very smart people. They think he was dumb. Nah, that nigga was smart. He passed away at 2 years ago. It was a May Gemini. Kept me out of that street shit. But you know, BGS is an older Gemini, so it's kind of hard to change a guy with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wealth is still retaining knowledge and helping others gain knowledge because he's stuck with one belief, and that's understandable. Oh, not a problem. So I mean, yeah, he left with 5 kids, so you know he lived his best life. You know, he made it to 41 at least. Appreciate you though, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, Gemini's is something else. I mean, I don't have a problem with either. I mean, Tasi is probably my favorite one out of all of them, but I forgot Kendra's one, BJS is one, but they all smart people. But that could have been a great debate. So yeah, the Gemini and a Cancer. Because I know OJ Speed said he's a Cancer. Yeah, he cares about the community. So you got two people that have two different pro-black ideologies, right? You got the manosphere version, Igmore. It's about black men. I get it in a red pill sense. And then you got the other side of it, the B1s, the MSTAs, RBGs, the Kemetologists of Kemet. Who else? NOIs, WAPOs. You can name it. But you got some in the spirit too that were former side with the more ideology. But it's all good, you know. Like that could have been in debates. But I know they're streaming real hard right now because a lot of people came what they wanted to see. But that should be a decent stream. But you know, but Thought kind of messed it up for me, man. He got super emotional. And they shouldn't find constant, yeah, a reform or reflection. Yeah, that too. It's really reform, but you're right about the reflection part. Yeah, that too. It's all about image. They both good men, and that was so funny. But they should find common ground. Yeah, they should with those ideologies. They want the same thing. He said that. I agree with him. They both want the same thing. The problem is they just ain't gonna see eye to eye. Them two, and we get that. That's just. I see that all the time. I'm the same way in some degree. But I've learned for myself, it's okay to have different beliefs. You can still work with somebody even if you disagree with them. I had to learn that. Still learning that to this day. And it's, when you're doing business like that, you got to. You can't be stubborn. I already know what stubborn looks like. But I get it. I get it. Yeah, man, like that's all I got on that, what I got from that little stream that they did. And it's just, I know people gonna side with BGS, and I get it. I'm not mad. That was gonna happen. But OJ Speed, man, I don't know if he's gonna talk about it over at Kudos. I might head over there tonight. I don't know, because I don't know if Kudos gonna stream or not, because he may stream tomorrow. And man, yeah, BGS ain't playing, because he's been fired. He's been on fire with these streams. I'm enjoying it. And this is what, August? Wow. Yeah, summer's really here. I'm enjoying it. But I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad though. That's the funny part. I'm not even mad because they both have great perspectives. I learned something today. You come with your shit. You be smart, but you learn something. See, that's a wealth of knowledge they have. I know they both got hell of a backgrounds, but when you have two elders like that going at it, you need to let them spar, man. Just say, hey, get your knowledge off. If you don't like something, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just get emotional. See, the young guys are super emotional. They haven't been their age, right? They ain't even in their 60s. No, BGS is what, 63? My man 69. That's a big age difference. That's a big age difference. I mean, seriously, that's a big, big, big age difference. So, they got on the marriage thing with KS. I don't care for KS. I respect him and everything, but I know he lives here in the state of Georgia, but even though he lives in Atlanta, who cares? This ain't got nothing to do with KS. No, this is just the ideology of the whole thing. I think KS, when he blew up, he took the Igmore ideology. He took a lot of talking points. He put it together, and I won't say it like this. He constructed it very well. He studies all versions of the spirit, and shouts out to PC Dragon /animated, right? She said something valuable on Kuda's panel, that stream. I hope it wasn't blocked. She said, I see different versions of the master. She said that on the stream before I did my stream last night on the Moors. Shouts out to her for that. And see, that woman right there is smart. She's paying attention. And that's what Kevin did. He did the same thing, right? It's just people just got different views. A lot of people ain't gonna mess with Kevin like that. Now, I know Angerman did a stream on him and say he's taking some. It was about Creflo Dollar. That's what this whole thing was about. The problem was JSP saw the topic, but it goes back to the fact of a black man and family in unity. That's what triggered the whole thing. And the difference was they should have debated on ideology. 9 out of 10, BGS don't want to debate that ideology. But if he has to defend it, and if you ask him tangible questions, he'll throw tangible questions at you. What do you know about this, this, this? And then they won't answer that. So you gotta bring it in together. So I get what OJ Speed was going. Yeah, it would be turned to an argument, but what's the point? The point is, are you gonna stop complaining about females all day? That's Jay Speed's point. And then BGS point, no, it's not complaining. We're venting and we're asking for submission, all this other stuff. And I get what he's coming from. But a lot of times people don't care about the submission part. They both have valuable points, and to me, they're both right. The problem is they just ain't gonna agree on each other. They got two different ideologies. They got too many problems. They got one believes this way. I believe in my way. It's me sometimes, but it's all great. It's all great. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's just I try to tell Kuda, no, he's not accessible as you think. He's accessible. He answered his comment last night. It was a stream. Talk about what you call let rumble, talking about bro truths behind. He told him this. I let you speak, but you're gonna act like, talking about the virus and the whole thing, the anti-vaxxers clowns, right? All I'm gonna say is he has a point. He's got the scholars on his side. He's got people beating him down. That's why he got those followers. They see the people. I'll tell you a secret. People's mad that BGS got professionals. That's all it is. Let's just be honest. Most people don't like BGS because he's got professionals. And DJ Kuda don't understand that. Shouts out to Kuda, but my man, I tried to tell you last time on the panel, no, he's not accessible as you think. He was accessible back in the day when he had less subscribers, but when you got more subscribers, you're not accessible. You kind of have certain mods, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he's got a few trolls, but he manages his chat. The chat likes to talk to him. But he dares people to hit that link. He started that code. If you disagree with him, hit the link. And he always says that. I pay attention to what he says, man. I ain't trying to hate on dude. I'm just saying that's his thing. He's a different type of elder, man. You just got to bring your shit in a row. Just give him a chance. OJ Speed's coming from a black. He coming from where my dad used to speak years ago. So OG J Speed is coming from that angle. I get it. We talked about it on panels, and he talked about how black people need to do this, the herbal stuff, and shouts out to him and Kuda. He's a regular. But when it comes to BGS, they have two different ideologies. It should be debated. That's just my suggestion with them two. Because they both have great points. Which one is better? Which one is working statistically? Or who is working better statistically? You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the men. I mean, the men is one thing. We get it. It's how you're going to change it in the new world. See, the magazine brought the conversation back to unity. And shouts out to DS1 and A game. They did this. They're making the attempt. Time is now, because white man ain't gonna live forever, or this culture, or whatever. It's not gonna live long. Nobody does. You just gotta get the knowledge now and learn to deal with it. I get where BGS is coming from, and I get where J Speed's coming from. They just got two different ideologies. It's just it should have been a debate. My observation is right. They should do something about it. That's just me. I mean, don't even believe me if you agree with what I'm saying. I'm just saying they both should be a debate. A lot of people say, no, BGS boy, the Grandmaster and Slade, the nigga. And you got the other crew say, oh, OG, destroy the Grandmaster. Also the shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas is in the chat. They're emotional. What I saw in that chat, it was emotional. I just shook my head, kind of laughed at them, right? They take this shit way too serious. Way too seriously. My picture said, this is YouTube. Yeah. But it's funny. It's funny. But it should have been a debate. I mean, they both had good points until he said that other word with the F with the G in it, which you called to the alphabet group. I call them same sexuals, and they got, they probably listen. I said, oh my God, did he say that word? And he tried to say, hey, respect the rules. And then OG Speed said, J Speed said, you see how he tried to do that part was funny. He got him, but BGS wasn't going. He stood tall. What's going on, Juan G's? Salute. He stood tall like a mug, man. But see, damn, this should have been on teapots. See that right there? Let them go at it. Because I don't want to hear nothing else from the people in the chat or on the panel. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna F it up for everybody. You gotta have a structure of a debate or a disagreement or discussion. I disagree with that. I mean, I agree It should have been way structured. Problem is with them is they'll never see eye to eye, for one, and it's personal. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's personal, and especially I'm a former pro-black myself. It's very personal because a lot of times we got different schools of thought. And me joining the Hebrew stuff back in 2011 and converted into it fully in my life, you know, the concept, I do agree with the teachings. I don't broadcast in the spirit because most people are atheists. I hate to say that, but you know, from my observation, I mean, you got some people do believe in, you know, the Most High and everybody else don't. I said this on Wacky Stream. I said, these dudes don't believe in him. And I get it. And that's a whole nother discussion. Whole nother discussion. Because see, most of my subscribers is diverse. It's not all manosphere. Most of it is from the community I mess with. Most of them is from some of the conscious community. Some come from other areas, right? So my subscribers is diverse and it's cool. But if I had BGS subscribers, I had to have those scholars subscribe to me, right? But it doesn't work that way. That's just life. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with the hand you dealt with. So they should have had a debate. The problem with them is it's a lot of ego too. A lot of it's ego. You know, a lot of people say ego's bad, but ego's not bad. There is such thing as good and bad ego. I learned this from Bobby Hannah. He said the good ego is how you control it and then use it for great enthusiasm, whatever. I forget what he said, but he explained what that means. You're enthusiastic about it, but you're doing it for a good person. And then bad ego is pride. I don't say it like that. Bad ego is pride. Bad ego does a lot of dastardly, dangerous stuff. You say shit that you don't mean, but it becomes really reckless in a conversation, especially on panels and stuff, getting emotional with people. You don't have no cadence, screaming at females and try to prove their point, but you acting just like them. I don't get in arguments with them. It's just pointless at the point. You know, I'll debate them, but you know, I was on one panel with this girl. What's her name? What's that woman's name? Shit. Was it? It wasn't Jasmine, wasn't. No, I forget this girl. Tabitha. When we was talking about that, is black people evil? Do we have an evil culture? It was on Kuda's panel. She tried to derail the whole conversation. We had a great conversation about it, about the brain drain and everything. She came up there and just said, I ain't saying much. Right? It's typical of our females, right? And the women, right? So we try to talk to her. And then she said a whole bunch of nonsense. And then we just like, I kind of laughed the rest of the way. I wasn't going to argue with that. And she's trying to say, y'all are spreading misinformation and lies. And I'm like, all right. But here's the thing. But those two elders, that could have been structured. Problem is, BGS got the name and the numbers, and I get it. You know, it's kind of hard to have a debate when you have a 400 some audience or 600. He had 600 in the box. I mean, he already got his views. Somebody's gonna look at that and said, "Nigga, that should have been a debate." But them two elders had different philosophies and different views. That's all it is. You know, 9 out of 10, they should just squabble with it, not physically squabble, but mental sparring, and squab it out and say, "Hey, I got my belief. BJ should have said, I'm an ignore. And you are just regular pro-black, B1, black male first, whatever, right? So the concept is great. It's just people getting on board. I mean, my issue with it was I didn't like how he brought up the panel, and I get it. That's his boys. But Ryan and them, y'all making him look bad, bro. Let him do all the talking. He should have dropped his ass and kicked him off the panel and put him in the chat and try to tell him, dude, you're not even a regular over at BGS like that. You just over there with Roger. I mean, no disrespect to the dude, but goddamn, you got destroyed by a white boy. What's his name? Universe Galaxy. He got y'all tight. Y'all ain't ready for that smoke. And I agree with OJ Speed on that one. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. And he was right. He's not like them other dudes on the panels. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Them niggas is the worst panelists I've seen in my life. BGS have better panelists than that. At least Charles controls himself. Shouts out to Charles Faulkner. Ain't no hate against him. But you have to understand, them other niggas around him, they make y'all look bad. You gotta have some better competition. See, I don't get on panel with niggas that don't know what they talking about. Exactly, CGG. They should just listen. They don't know how to listen. I know what BGS's problem is. You get rid of them niggas, I respect you. And he did that the other stream last night. I respect him for that. See, he can do that. He can do that. And he's great at it. All he needs is a decent microphone. And no matter what microphone he get, he gonna cut y'all asses and y'all gonna bow down. Y'all ain't gonna fuck with him. I try to tell you, BGS is a fool, man. He'll do that shit. Just don't tempt him, right? OJ Speed, same way. Don't tempt him. Just let him go at it. Have a debate. Get your little sparring on, like, hey, get your beliefs on. I used to do this shit 9 years ago. In the comments, I had my books. I was in the street, in the barbershop. I didn't care. I did it. I love this shit, man, because the stream like that, shit. BGS is going to be all right. OJ Speed is going to be all right. It's just, I hope we learn something from what they did to get our minds right and say, hey, discuss it on each channel and talk about it. What's what? I ain't worried about Creflo Dollar. We already know he's exposed here in Georgia, even though he lives in Atlanta. I don't fuck with Atlanta like that. I live outside of it. But all I know is no one cares for him right now. All they talk about here is KS, Manosphere. So we get it. We get it. Yeah, CG3, they gotta get their feelings out. They gotta get their feelings out. That's their nerves, and it's gonna be reposted, shared, and they say, is Jay Speed over there? Cause he acted like a female. That's the first thing they'll say about him. He acted like a female. Exactly. See, Toya gets it. See, this one right here, y'all, she gets it. You learn a lot by listening. See, men don't listen for shit. Especially, why I ain't saying men, I don't say males don't listen, but men, most and some men do listen. But the majority of these people in the space, these males, they don't listen. I need to start calling them men. I'm gonna call them diaper, blue pill, dandy simp males, man. These Johnny come latelys, man. I see why Angry Man be coming at y'all heads, man. He be laughing. See, he know BGS's game. He knows his game. That's why he didn't want to interfere. That was smart for him not to get on the panel. And you're gonna start seeing more people doing that. I'm telling you, I already know what I know. They should have been established a long time ago. It's pretty sad you got some of these elderberries acting like us on here. Yeah. Yeah. But it's the truth, Rashawn. I mean, but you gotta blame the audience. They act like children. My sister, what did my sister say when people don't get the shots? She said they act like toddlers. Toddlers. She told that to my pops once. She said they act like toddlers. I don't know if I want to make a stream on it tonight, but it could be a waste. But all I'm saying is, yeah, he said I will catch you all. All right, now peace, CG3. But I'm just saying, like, this should have been a debate. That's just my observation. Yeah, he said much respect later. All right, peace. But it should have been great. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, let me tell you something. What I say on this channel is very factual. I've seen what's going on. But my observation, man, we got to do better. I mean, I get the two having differences and stuff like that. It could have went longer. But I guess BGS has a short fuse. He has no patience with people that get on his skin and things like that. And I get what his perspective is. OJ Speed, same thing. No personal thing with them. These brothers is awesome, man. Like, they've helped me learn a lot about them, their character, and now I gotta see a debate with them too, because they have great points. I love to learn from OJ. OG J Speed. He gives out great knowledge, man. He's a good dude. And BJ, same thing with him. I learned a lot from him about the black pill stuff. So I like to see that. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man. But yeah, my thoughts on the two with their little squabble. It went good until, but Thought messed it up. Me personally. That kind of derailed it. And OJ Speed wanted to link into, I might have to see the replay on BGS's thing, but damn. Somebody probably done clipped it. You know how YouTube is, but yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody came through. CG3, Toya, Rashawn, who else? Juan G's, who else came through? Who else came through? What's her name? MTG TV. Yes, she came through. Um, Degenerate. Degenerate came through. Tom Malone. Who else came through? Yeah, I'm gonna knock this out. And Third Ward. So with that, I'm gonna say peace and shalom.